Are we live? Is this thing on? I love that intro. I really do. Because, like, at first I was afraid. Shoot, I was even petrified. What's up, Disco Ball Nation? Happy Friday. You guys already know we're queued up in the drafters mean. Unfortunately, the draft has not filled yet. I believe we're at what? 9 out of 12. We got room for 3 more people to hop in. I love that intro. Willie says, love the intro. I love that intro too. I really, really enjoy that intro. It's so fun because like it builds up slowly, and then at the end you're like, da, 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 you know, you're dancing, getting into it, and now you're ready to draft, but we still got to fill it. So I'm excited to fill this draft. I'm excited to draft with you guys. I'm excited to do a ticket giveaway tonight. Maybe even 2, maybe even more than that. We'll see how it goes. Shout out to all you beautiful folks who are tuning in right now. I hope your Friday's off to a tremendous start, your Friday night. Special teams, special plays, special players. What's up, brother? Good to see a Bad Guys official. Really is a good guy. He really is a tremendous guy. Yeah, 100%. Love me some Sketch. I swear, Adrian introduced me to Sketch like 6 months before he became famous. I'm just glad that humanity got this one right. We finally made the right guy famous. Shout out to Sketch. He's absolutely great. I would crush him in a game of Madden. I would absolutely just demolish him in a game of Madden. But it's good to see that one of the good guys, you know, became famous. Now, we are waiting for this draft to fill. I'm just going to refresh it one more time, tell you guys what we're doing and where we're doing that. We're still at 9 out of 12 here in the Drafters Main, the $2.5 million tournament. We are not queued up in a mock draft. This is a real money draft with real money implications. It's the Drafters $2.5 million tournament. It's called the Drafters Million 3. $2.5 million in total prizes. $500,000 goes to first place. It's total points format. Most points win. It's best ball weekly scoring weeks 1 to 17. It's 12 teams draft. There's a fast and slow. $15 entry, 150 max. As I said, there's a fast and slow. Don't do the slow, especially if you have like a need for closure, because it'll feel like it's never going to end. It's worse than watching paint dry, because at least paint dries within a couple of days. These can take a couple of weeks, fellas. These really can take a couple of weeks, sometimes 3 weeks, sometimes a month. Man, slow drafts, I'm not here for it. I don't like it. But if that's your cup of tea, if that's your secret sauce, by all means, boo-boo, do your thing. There's also the Drafters Mini NFL Basketball Championship, and this sucker is going to max out very soon. It's halfway there. It's 26,000 out of 56,000. It's a $2 entry. $20,000 goes to first. There's $100,000 in total prizes, which is absolutely insane for a $2 investment, right? It is best ball format, which is why we get to do 150 lineups in both the main and the mini, or why we're aiming to do 150 lineups in both the main and the mini. It's best ball format, which is, in my opinion, the best and most convenient way for you to draft. You have 20 rounds to fill your roster for depth. Each week, a starting lineup is composed of the following positions: 1 quarterback, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 1 flex. At the end of the week, the best overall performances on your roster will be submitted into your weekly matchup. So no more leaving points on the bench. No more waiver wires. No more trades. None of that garbage. What do we do with that garbage? We get that garbage out of here. You literally just draft it and forget, unless you're winning a really, really, really ridiculous, life-changing amount of money. So make sure you sign up today using promo code DISCO. Promo code DISCO. And you'll get up to $100 match with your initial deposit. I will double your initial deposit. And if you sign up using promo code DISCO today, I'll send you a ticket after you've done your first draft or your pick'em ticket, or it doesn't matter. Just sign up using promo code DISCO. It really helps me continue to make this content. It helps me, do these giveaways to this beautiful, beautiful community. I really do adore this community. Absolutely wonderful community. Still 9 out of 12. This draft is not filling. Not filling whatsoever, which is very frustrating, but it is what it is. We're gonna do what we do. We're getting sniped right now, and we're gonna pivot. Is Joe Burrow the Madden cover guy? Asking for a friend. Is Joe Burrow the Madden cover guy? I saw that they're leading towards Joe Burrow becoming the cover player on Madden, which would be good. I just hope that he evades the Madden curse. That would really suck. I definitely want to get unique in my drafts today. I want to target a few players who I'm very high on, and I realize that the running back position is more volatile now than it's ever been. Sorry, Willie. That was just water. Willie's like, that's not vitamin water. That was just normal water. But here's the vitamin water. We got the dragon fruit flavor. Cheers. Sponsor the kid. Come on. Rumor has it that Quasi, aka the two-time, the reason why we call him the two-time and not queso dip is because there's nothing cheesy about him. The reason why we call him the two-time is because in one of these drafters tournaments, the one I just talked about, he won first and second place. First and second. And rumor has it he was drinking a triple X berry, blueberry acai pomegranate vitamin water, which is great. The pomegranate, don't really taste it because, in my opinion, fresh pomegranate tastes like juicy cardboard. I said that before. I'll say it again. 11 out of 12. Got room for one more. Yeah, we got room for one more. Maybe B. Kurt might be joining us. Shout out to B. Kurt. If you guys are tuning in on X, if you guys want to have a chance to enter this giveaway, hop on into our YouTube live chat. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you like the video. We'll do the giveaway once this video hits 10 likes. Once this video hits 10 likes, we'll do the giveaway. All right, so if you are watching on X, first and foremost, shout out to you. Thank you for your support. But in order for you to enter the giveaway, you have to come on into the YouTube chat. Hop into the YouTube live stream so you can enter the giveaway, and we'll do that. I don't know how I was able to. Was it this? I don't know how I was able to see the Twitter chats the other day. I saw somebody chat on Twitter the other day, and I was able to see it. 11 out of 12. We got room for one more. Get into this draft. It's a good time. You can win $500,000. I'll double your initial deposit right now. Right meow. Right freaking meow. Oh, draft is starting. Let's go. Yeah, there's definitely a few players I want to target. Definitely a few players I want to get access to. Oh, man, we got some savages in this draft. All right. Got my work cut out for me today. Shout out to Disco Ball Nation showing up in full effect. This is a Disco Ball draft completely. We got Irish Tendy, a.k.a. JB. He's drafting at the 102. This guy drafts well. Willie, my guy, at the 103. Over the Rhine, who finished 14th in the Drafters main tournament last year at the 105. Commissioner Rhino at the 106. So he's not going to be talking. He's not going to be talking because he's drafting with us. But we know he's a watching. That Philly kid is one of the friendliest people I've ever met in my entire life. Such a nice guy, the Philly kid. Bad Guys Official really is a good guy. Yours truly at the 109. Grody, I've seen Grody in a million drafts. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 friendly faces. And by friendly face, I mean these guys are not friendly at all. These guys are absolute savages and sharks. I'm expecting to get sniped early and often. So this is going to be a tough draft, but I'm here for the challenge. JB, my man, Irish Tendy. I was just shouting you out, brother. How you doing? I really... Bad Guys Official, 108. Let's go. Yep, you're going to snipe me. That's for sure. Today you might live up to the moniker of being a bad guy because you're just going to keep sniping me. Going to change up the strategy for this one. Let's see how it goes. Coming into a draft with a preconceived notion of your strategy is a very scary thing. But you are a great drafter. So if anybody is capable of doing a different strategy with a preconceived notion, it's you, buddy. You're a great drafter. Kobe and the Cattle Dogs. What's up, wifey? What's up, beautiful girl? What's up, baby girl? She says, friendly faces equals friendly fire. No friendly fire here. These are straight headshots. These snipes, this is where we compete. We love each other off the streams and obviously sometimes on the stream, but like we aim to snipe. We aim to win. I'm excited. Oh man, nothing hits better than an ice cold dragon fruit vitamin water. I'm telling you. Have you guys had ice cold dragon fruit vitamin water before? This flavor in particular, or do I just talk about vitamin water? You guys like it's probably all right, probably not that great. Wendy says, "Hey Disco, hey Wendy, what's up, girl? How you doing? How you doing?" Wendy's another one of those people who I can't wait to meet at the expo. I'm excited for the Fantasy Expo. I know nothing about it. I haven't booked a damn thing, but I'm going. I'm 100% going. Andrew Brown, our first pick. Obviously, Puka Nacua we like, but we don't love the value where Puka Nacua is going. We much prefer getting a Cooper Cup in round 3. Mind you, we're probably not going to see him anywhere close to pick 33 ever again. He's probably going to be taken before pick 28. I'm guessing around 26 or 27, but we'll see how it goes. And yeah, our draft is off to a spectacular start. We have 40 people watching. A lot of these people are watching us on Twitter. If you guys are watching on Twitter and you want to enter the giveaway will give you an opportunity to draft a lineup. The buy-in is $15. I will give you that buy-in. And if you draft the best performing lineup, you will win $500,000 or anywhere between $0 to $5 million. The decision really is yours. Truly is yours. It's all right. We'll go Marvin Harrison Jr. here. I don't have a lot of exposure to him. I do like Chris Olave a lot this year. I just hate Derek Carr. I think Rattler is going to be the quarterback at some point, but I'm not invested in Spencer Rattler just yet. I think Chris Olave is going to be really good this year. Don't get me wrong. I think Olave is going to be really good. Irish Tendy wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. He said earlier, gonna change up the strategy for this one. Let's see how it goes. And he goes with Bijan Robinson with his first overall pick at the 102. At the 102, he goes Bijan Robinson. Good for you, man. Good for you. That is a ballsy move. That is big disco balls energy move right there. I respect it. I don't get it. Why did you do that? There's the first reach. Gonna have a unique top 3, hopefully. Okay. I will give you that. It'll be very unique. It'll be very, very unique. But I mean, shoot. I'm very curious to see what you do with this. We got 45 people tuning in. We need 10 likes to do the giveaway. If you want an opportunity to win $500,000, everybody says, I hate the way you draft. I hate your teams. You draft too safe. You don't take enough running backs. Why are you fading, certain offenses? Why are you so invested in the Cincinnati Bengals? Why do you hate everybody who plays for the Dallas Cowboys this year? If you I would say put your money where your mouth is, but I don't even need you to put your money where your mouth is. I'll put the money there for you. If you think you can outdraft me, if you think you can draft the winning lineup, the best lineup, a lineup that could possibly win you $500,000, get off of X, get off of Twitter, get off of Elon's Playhouse. I can never come up with funny names for that anymore. Get off of X. Come on over to YouTube. It's Big Draft Energy. Big Draft Energy here on YouTube. Big Draft Energy. Give us a like on the video. And when we get to 10 likes, we'll fire up this giveaway. I can't wait. I need to change something real quick. That's so much better. Big Draft Energy, host of Big Draft Energy, obviously. Willie, you sniped me, wanted Debo. I told you the snipes are coming early and often. I love it. God, if Pittman falls here, I'm happy. But I just said that out loud, and Bad Guys Official still has 20 seconds on the clock. So we'll see if the snipage happens. Oh, this is a good start. This is a very good start. Michael Pittman has top 5 wide receiver upside this year. He could have easily been, wide receiver 3 or 4 last year should he have gotten more touchdowns, but the opportunity was there. He only scored 4 touchdowns. Opportunity, he killed it. Targets, he killed it. You know what I mean? It's just he missed some time with a scary injury, a very, very scary injury. but his upside's absolutely tremendous. That run game is going to scare everybody. He's going to see a lot more one-on-one coverage. If he adds 2 touchdowns to the total he had last year, he has wide receiver 1 upside. I like AJ Brown a lot this year. He's got a new contract. The team's invested in him. So if the team's invested in him, no more drama off the field, hopefully, which should translate into bigger producing games. I'm very high on AJ Brown. I have AJ Brown actually above Justin Jefferson this year in my ADP. AJ Brown's been a top 10 wide receiver 2 years in a row. Why not continue that, right? Why not continue that? Bijan Robinson at the 102 is absolutely bonkers. And we'll go with George Pickens. Love the George Pickens pick. Pickens pick. Love the George Pickens pick. 55 receptions, 1,000 yards. 55 receptions, 1,000 yards. Some guys get like 100 or 90 plus receptions and don't come close to 1,000 yards. If we're talking about Spike Week freak, he now has, I don't care if it's Russell Wilson. I don't care if it's Justin Fields. I really don't care. He now has 2 really good quarterbacks on the deep ball that can feed him the rock. All he's missing right now is volume. Deontay Johnson, gone. That's more target opportunity and volume coming his way. Do we think that Roman Wilson is going to be the guy who steps up? George Pickens, no matter what. If George Pickens is available, I'm drafting him. I don't care if it's super... Is Pickens' success from depth of target or yards after catch? His success is based off of catchable targets that are thrown by a good quarterback. That's what his success is going to be dictated on. And he has 2 good quarterbacks. Last year, he had one of Kenny Pickett or Mason Rudolph. Either one of Mason Rudolph was way better in the short sample that we did get from Mason Rudolph. Kenny Pickett was one of the worst in terms of giving his receivers catchable targets last year. That's why guys like Freiermuth struggled. That's why guys like Deontay Johnson had an off year. Pickens was good, especially in best ball format. Redraft, not so much. It doesn't matter if it's redraft now. I don't care if it's super flex. I don't care if it's tight end, like a supreme tight end where tight ends get what's that called? Where tight ends get more points. I don't care if it's like a IDP league. George Pickens, no matter what, George Pickens to the moon. I love my draft. I love how it started. I'm very, very happy here. Tight end premium. Thank you, Andrew. A great name, by the way. That's a spectacular first name. I want to say that, like, if I were to have a first name, I'd want it to be that one. It's a great name. Thank you for tuning in. I think this is my first time seeing you here. Shout out to you. How many likes is our video at? I really want to give away a ticket, maybe even 2. How many likes is this video at? Talk to me. Talk to me, folks. If you guys want a ticket, we need to get to 10 likes. Work with me here. We'll take Jacobs. I don't love Josh Jacobs. I really don't love him this year. I also don't hate him this year. Where he's getting drafted at is exactly where you should be picking him. I will take him at ADP as a hero RB after I go, 4 really spectacular wide receivers. I'm very, very happy with this start. I really like what we're doing here. First time viewer, are you drafting here with us on Drafters Fantasy, Andrew? Are you in this draft with us? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for support. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are 4 YouTube likes away from doing a giveaway for this Drafters Fantasy ticket. It's a big ticket. It could potentially win you $500,000. It's insane. But okay, no, you're not. Are you currently on Drafters? Have we drafted against each other? Because like this Grody guy, I see him all the time. I really do see Grody all the time. He grinds this, that's for sure. Do I go with another running back here, or do I go with one more wide receiver and then be good at wide receiver for a little bit? I'm gonna go with James Cook. I took James Cook over Rashad White. I love Rashad White. I love his upside. I love the utilization. I don't like that team this year. I don't like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers whatsoever. I'll take Chris Godwin at ADP if I'm desperate for a wide receiver. Mike Evans, I will never take at ADP. I think his ADP is way too high this year. Way too high. Baker Mayfield, I'm out on, unfortunately. I love Baker Mayfield as an athlete. I love what he represents. I love how gritty he is. I love his comeback story. I just hate that Canales is gone. I really hate that Canales is gone. So, yeah, I don't really want to invest too much in that offense at all whatsoever. So I'm going to get James Cook because that's an offense I believe in PPR format. James Cook is PPR gold. It would have been nice to have gotten Evan Ingram, but it is what it is. I'm not going to reach. I'm going to get guys who fall at a great value. 3 more likes, folks. And if you are watching on X and you want to enter this giveaway, hop into the YouTube live stream. Big Draft Energy here on YouTube. Once again, guys, this is not a mock draft. This is a real money draft with real money implications. $2.5 million in total prizes, $500,000 to first. It's total points format. Most points win. Best ball weekly scoring weeks 1 to 17. 12 teams, fast and slow. It's a $15 entry. I'm giving that away tonight. I might even give away multiple, right? So if you guys want to enter, you got to hop on into the YouTube live stream. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Really helps us grow. Really appreciate it. And it is best ball format, which is the most convenient way for you to draft. You have 20 rounds to fill your roster for depth. Each week, a starting lineup is composed of the following positions: 1 quarterback, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 1 flex. At the end of the week, the best overall performances on your roster will be submitted to your weekly matchup. So no more leaving points to the bench, no more waiver wires, no more trades, none of that garbage. Get that garbage out of here. And if you want to draft with us, and if you want to have fun with us, make sure you sign up today using promo code DISCO. It's the best promo code in the business. I promise. It is the best promo code in the business. It will double your initial deposit, dollar for dollar, up to $100. And if you sign up using promo code DISCO, I will send you a ticket. I will send you a free ticket to this tournament. And before I do anything else, let's just pull this up. What promo code are we using, folks? I like that so much. It's so fun. Everybody having a good day? I'm having a great day. I'm having a spectacular day. Do we want to take Fergie Ferg here? Or do we want to take Jameson or Jackson Smith? So I was talking about all the players I didn't want. I really wanted Kyler Murray to get Marvin Harrison stack. And then my guy, Bad Guys Official, is living up to that moniker, dickhead. Absolutely. Good snipe. You don't have McBride. You had no reason to do that. You already have Anthony Richardson as well. You didn't have to do that to me, bro. You didn't have to do that to me, but I respect it. Hell of a movement. Hell of a snipe. You knew I was going for it. That's why you did that to me. You got to read the room, right? That's one of the 10 draft commandments. You got to read the room. He read the room. He saw what I was building and what I was going for, and he capitalized by sniping it. All the power to you, man. All the power to you. I'm going to queue up a guy I like. I'm going to queue up a guy I don't have a lot of exposure to, and I'm going to ignore DeAndre Swift and Ramondre Stevenson because I don't want anything to do with any of them. Zamir White's gone, of course. Oh. We'll take Courtland Sutton here. It's beyond me why Courtland Sutton gets so much fade, why he's getting pushed so late in these drafts. His touchdown upside is spectacular. He was one of the top wide receivers all year last year in finding the end zone. Maybe his quarterback situation is a little bit worse, but he's still the alpha wide receiver there. And as my wide receiver 6, I think I'm okay at wide receiver until the last few rounds. I'm ready to start investing in quarterbacks and tight ends. I shouldn't have said that out loud because Bad Guys Official is a jerk. He really is. He really is. But I like the way this draft is going. I like what we're doing with our lineup. Let's see what the other disco balls are doing. Smash that like button, y'all. And if you're watching on X, hop on over. I'm telling you, man, I'm not going to cave. I will. Jerry Jeudy being out of there helps. Maybe Marvin Mims steps into a bigger role in Denver for sure. But my issue with that wide receiver 2 situation is it could be a toss up of many people. It could be Josh Reynolds, who they just signed. It could be Troy Franklin, who they just drafted. It could be Marvin Mims, who is a spike week freak written all over him, and he has that kick return upside, which would be applied to your point total, which is a very enticing pick to make. Or it could even be Tim Patrick, right? It could be 5 guys, four or 5 guys as that wide receiver 2. And then with Zach Wilson as the quarterback taking the starting reps right now, I don't know if I'm very happy about that. I hope Bo Nix wins the job. I like the upside with Bo Nix a little bit more, but I anticipate that offense is going to run more than that. I think they're going to need to rely on the run a little bit more. So if I'm looking at that offense and I'm looking where I want to invest, I want to invest in Cortland Sutton, and I want to invest in Jaleel McLaughlin, and I want to invest in Javonte for sure. The quarterback situation, I mean, it's great for a late stack in these best ball tournaments, especially here on Drafters. It's all right, but there's so much volatility at the wide receiver 2. And I feel like the exact same situation you could look at in the wide receiver room in New England. One, they don't have a true wide receiver 1 alpha. 2, there's like 8, 9 guys that are all capable of being the guy on any given Sunday or Monday or whenever they play. I appreciate that, 2 fat guys. How you doing, Anthony? Loving your job so far. Value for days, 100%. Just the values at the other positions. So like running back, there's so much running back value currently. It's crazy. The values at the quarterback position aren't quite there. It was finally going to come to me. I was finally going to get a Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison stack, but my guy, Bad Guys Official, is living up to that moniker. All love, bro. Just want to pivot as my players are sniped. Heard. But you pivoting does not mean that you need to, block me from a stack. I respect it, man. You guys wouldn't be making me better. Alan M says, if Sean Payton turns Zach Wilson around, he will name his price. True. Very true. Absolutely. And like the talent is still there. We saw glimpses of Zach Wilson look absolutely brilliant last year. But we also saw a lot of inconsistent, unreliable play. And it could also be due to the fact that O-line was absolutely atrocious. It was absolutely horrible, right? So, could be it could be, it could be one of those places. We finally got a tight end, thankfully, and we got a little bit of correlation finally as well. We got Tony Pollard. No, not Tony Pollard. We got Dallas Goedert to go with AJ Brown. I mean, obviously Jalen Hurts is gone. I believe Kenny Pickett's the backup there as well. But yeah, it really could be any of the 2 guys. It could be Zach Wilson, who is a bust. And it could be Bo Nix, who's got a lot to prove, right? So it could be a mixture of guys. But when I look at that team, I really want to invest in Jaleel McLaughlin, and I really want to invest in Javonte Williams. When I look at the AFC West as a whole, I feel like what the other teams are doing to keep up with Kansas City, the entire approach has changed, right? At first it was, okay, well, let's stack up on pass rush, let's stack up on defense, and then let's have like a big passing game so we can stop Patrick Mahomes and keep up with him in terms of points. That doesn't work because it's counterintuitive. You can't keep up with points and stop somebody at the same time. It doesn't make sense, right? So I think what teams in the AFC West are doing right now, and why I'm very invested in the AFC West running backs in particular, is when you saw Kansas City struggle in any year with Mahomes and Reed, it was when teams dictated the time of possession by running the rock. When teams dictated the time of possession by running the rock, Kansas City was less likely to win. You saw it last year. Detroit, week 1, absolutely dominated. All their losses came off of teams that ran and controlled the rock. So if you look at what they're doing in that division, Sean McVay, obviously, he didn't really have a choice, but they have a solid O-line. They got two spectacular running backs, a third running back who's very useful, but not in best ball. The receivers are so-so. They let go of their number one guy. I feel like that team is going to invest in the run more often than not, especially with a young quarterback or an unproven quarterback who's not going to throw the ball 50 times a game, right? You look at what the Las Vegas Raiders are doing. Under Antonio Pierce, it's smash mouth football. They're going to play good defense, run the rock with Zamir White. Love Zamir White. Love Zamir White. Zamir White has running back one written all over him. You look at Los Angeles Chargers. This is case in point, right? Los Angeles Chargers. They invest in an offensive lineman. They trade away two of their best wide receivers. They bring back their two defensive ends. They're investing in smash mouth football. They're going to run the rock, and they're going to run the rock a lot. And I'm here for it. I'm very invested in that division in particular, and every running back, including Isaiah Pacheco. We didn't even talk about Isaiah Pacheco yet. It's Isaiah Pacheco after I make this next pick. Yes, Jakobi Meyers. I told myself I need to get Jakobi Meyers because he has been the model of consistency year in and year out. I don't need another wide receiver for the rest of this draft. I really don't. I have 7 spectacular wide receivers. I can now play Moneyball with other positions. Jakobi Meyers has been a model of consistency year in and year out. He's proven to be QB proof. I think Gardner Minshew is an improvement of both of the quarterbacks that Jakobi Meyers had to play with and deal with last year. So yeah, I love Jakobi Meyers where he's getting drafted because you have a safe floor play. As your wide receiver 7 in this draft, a safe floor play is nice. Very, very nice. Andrew Nordmeyer, just Andrew, Drew, great name, by the way. Connor would be a solid pick here. Should be smaller boxes. Is in a contract year. I love the contract year aspect as well. But the reason why I wouldn't say I'm fading him. The reason why I don't like James Conner and I would much rather get Benson is because year in and year out, James Conner has continuing injuries reoccurring injuries. That's the word I was looking for. He has reoccurring injuries that you see very often. We know for a fact, due to all the red flags with the injury history that he's had, obviously the depreciation at the running back position amplifies that because it's such a violent position in general. With James Conner, we know he's going to miss time. So what it comes down to is how much time is he going to miss? And because I think he's going to miss time, I'd much rather invest in Benson, who is young and hasn't been used as much and is a spectacular athlete. He was he was actually my RB2 coming into this NFL draft. I did have Blake Corum first, but Trey Benson, absolutely spectacular athlete. I'd much rather invest in a Trey Benson. I think Trey Benson's a way better pick because they go around the same time. So if Trey Benson falls to me, I'll take him. Connor would have been great for correlation. Same with Benson, but I'm okay. I have 3 running backs that I really believe in. I have 7 spectacular wide receivers. I have almost no correlation whatsoever, but I'm not reaching on picks. I like running back value later on. I think I can be good with 6 running backs here in this build, in this roster, and then just go 4 quarterbacks. I know it's weird, but if we go 4 quarterbacks, we have a higher chance of getting a spike play from somebody, right? So we want to get quarterbacks we like very late. This draft is going swimmingly. It's going extremely well. Even though we've been sniped left, right, and center, we've gotten the best value at every one of our picks. Alan says draft Benson later too, Andrew, and you lock it up. Exactly. I mean, a double stack is nice. It definitely raises your floor, but it limits your ceiling. But if anybody likes a double stack, it's me. Bayou Bengal. Shout out to my boy Bayou Bengal. How you doing, brother? He's popped by. He's saying hi. If you're not subscribed to Bayou Bengal, what the hell are you doing with your life? Give him a subscription on YouTube. His short game on YouTube is absolutely spectacular. He does live drafts on Underdog. He's just a good guy. He says hello to everybody. Just good guy. Trying not to melt here in Phoenix. You're from Phoenix. You're from Arizona. Bayou Bengal still saying hello, hello. The Bayou Bengal equals LSU Tiger. Jacoby Myers at 129 is a steal, in my opinion. I agree. Go BPA, best player available all day, every day. And that's what I do. That's what I do. If stacks and correlation fall to me, sure, I'm not reaching for it. I will never reach for a stack. It doesn't give me advantage against the vast majority of the other drafters here who do draft against us. It doesn't give us a leg up against those guys. It doesn't really work. So why would I reach on a stack, especially if there's 180,000 other competitors where 10 to 15% may have the same stack, but they got it at a similar value or a better value, right? You don't give yourself an advantage by reaching on a stack. You're not drafting to win, this particular lobby. You're drafting to get the best overall performances on a week-to-week basis. Don't draft Chubb. Listen, man. After that knee injury, nobody should draft Chubb. Like, nobody should draft Chubb where he's going. If he's a 20th round pick, sure, you can afford to wait 10 weeks for him to potentially, go and limp on the field for 5 carries. Jerome Ford is who you really want. Jerome Ford's going. Where did Jerome Ford go here? Jerome Ford went off the board. Is Jerome Ford still available? Okay, round 11. Round 11. Jerome Ford gets taken. Ford is 100%. 100%. Alan, I don't know you, but I like you. Shout out to you, Alan M. Jerome Ford is a league winner, especially where he is going off the board. He's an RB1, and he's being drafted behind several RB1Bs or RB2s. So yeah, man. I like the idea of Kamani Vidal. I really do. But I'm just worried that he's Isaiah Spiller 2.0. I really am worried that he's Isaiah Spiller 2.0. I don't love any of the running backs there. I know Gus Edwards is going to get a lot of the volume and work in the red zone. I'm not investing in J.K. Dobbins because his first name is just kidding. Not doing that. But I'll tell you what I am doing. Okay? I'll tell you what I am doing. If you folks who are watching on X, we got 60 viewers. 60 viewers right now, 61. And I want to say a good 80% are on X. If you guys want to enter this giveaway, where I'm giving away an opportunity to draft a lineup worth $500,000, get in here, folks. Get in here. Get into our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're going to do this giveaway. Once again, if you think you know your fantasy football, first place wins $500,000 USD in this draft. I'm giving you an opportunity to win a ticket. Okay? All you got to do to enter the giveaway, and I'm going to type it out first, is put hashtag disco like this. You have between now and the end of the draft to put hashtag disco to enter the giveaway. You cannot, unfortunately, I appreciate you for watching on X. It really means a lot. Thank you for your support. But you cannot enter the giveaway unless you are here on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. It's completely free to subscribe. It costs you nothing to subscribe to the channel. Not a darn thing, right? Come over here, sign up, or come over here, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, click the like button, and put hashtag disco like this. Make my day, y'all. Anthony, Two Fat Guys has entered the giveaway. Bad Guys, who really is a good guy, has entered the giveaway. Both of these guys have won giveaways in the past. We've given away a lot of tickets this year. Andrew has entered the giveaway. Willie has entered the giveaway. Shout out to all you beautiful folks for entering the giveaway. Kamani Vidal's kind of falling right now. He's kind of falling. And I'm okay with that. I like our draft. I like what we've done. We've taken best available, and we've had a lot of great values fall to us where guys, who are a lot higher on my particular tier list are just falling into my lap. So I'm very happy with our draft. I think we're doing a good job here. We'll go over everybody's draft at the end here. We got a lot to go over. We'll look at Bad Guys Official. We'll look at Rhinos. We'll look at Irish Chandy, my guy JB, and we'll look at Willie 86. Rhino, you listening in? I know you're drafting. I know you're locked in, brother. I know you're listening on the TV. Okay, we're gonna say Commissioner Ron has entered the giveaway because I know he's tuning. So Commissioner Ron's entered the giveaway, babe. If you can factor for that, that'd be great. Ben Sinnott, so high on Sinnott this year. I'm just really high on that Commanders offense as a whole. People think I'm high on that entire team. I think Commanders are going to wow a lot of people. I think the Commanders are going to be really, really good. They had a strong draft. They got a really excellent offensive coordinator. They got a tremendous head coach, a defensive-minded head coach. Everything that Dallas had good going for it is gone this year or is on the bubble. They have so many red flags, and their defensive coordinator on a defense that kept them in a lot of games early on, he's gone. If you're a Cowboys fan, I'm sorry. Dallas was great for me in these best ball tournaments last year. I'm out on the Cowboys this year. I really am. One, wide receivers never repeated as a wide receiver one, never in the history of ever. So if you're drafting CeeDee Lamb with your 101, good luck. Good luck. At this point, we don't really care about ADP. We just want to get our guys. But I do see a very nice value at the wide receiver position. I've said I was done at the wide receiver position. I lied. Sorry. Jerome Baker is a good pick. He's a good standalone wide receiver. If you're looking at that receiver room, I have them ranked in this order: Demario Douglas, then Jerome Baker, and I know this is going to come as a shock. Juju Smith-Schuster, because a healthy Juju Smith-Schuster is really good at football, guys. You guys really need to remember a healthy Juju Smith-Schuster is going to be really good at football. He's good. So if he's healthy, Juju's going to be the wide receiver 3 there. Then I got Polk. Then I got KJ Osborne. Then I got Kendrick Bourne. That's how I'm ranking that wide receiver room. And I don't think any of them is going to give you a safe floor. I really don't think a single one of them is going to give you a safe floor. So you got to go for the ceiling at this point. Bad Guys Official says Dallas is going to disappoint. I know. Aren't you a Cowboys fan? Chuba could start week 1. So could Miles Sanders. I have drafted zero Chuba this year, whereas Chuba is all I drafted last year when I was talking about that running back room. I've gotten a little bit of Brooks this year. People are still very high on that post NFL rookie draft. So like Brooks is still being drafted way too high. I'm kind of waiting for the value to fall to me at a better price because he is still coming off that knee, right? And Miles Sanders is still under a very significant contract. He's got a lot of proof, and he's going undrafted in these drafts. Miles Sanders as a 20th round pick, absolute steal. Worst case scenario, he's in a 3 running back room. Best case scenario, he's still the RB1 there. You want to draft with best case scenarios. I think Miles Sanders is still going to be heavily involved there. I think he's playing for a job this year because they can and should cut him based off of the season he had last year. And any running back who's playing for a job is somebody who I want to invest in. Najee Harris is another guy who's playing for his job right now. There's a lot of guys with contracts up or coming up at least. So if they're young and talented and they have that potential and they need to prove themselves, I want it. Is Jameson still on the board? Which Jameson? Like Jameson Williams? Because Jameson Williams is gone like long ago, like maybe around 7, 8, 9. Which Jameson? He is going to be a beast in Detroit. Oh, for sure. Totally. I love him there. I really do think he's finally. It was never a physical situation with him. Yes, his first year he was rehabbing. It was always mental, right? And then when they cleared his name, you saw a different Jameson Williams come out where he wanted to play ball and just prove to everybody that he is who they thought he was. I love him. Mossy's entered the giveaway. What's up, Mossy? Good to see you, brother. All right. We'll take Bryce Young. A lot of people hate Bryce Young based off of the season he had last year. I'm not, and I repeat, I do not draft based on what happened year prior. I'm not like that year's over and done. If we look at the coaching situation, Canales is there, QB Whisperer, QB Guru. He made Gino a lot of money, and the only way you can make money as a quarterback is if you play well, right? He made Gino a hell of a lot of money. He made Baker Mayfield a hell of a lot of money, and the moment he left Gino turned into the Gino we know and love, right? Alan M has entered the giveaway. He turned into the Gino we know and love, the guy who sucks. Like, this is the guy we wrote off. He was atrocious last year. I'm sorry, Willie. I'm sorry. Willie, don't go. Willie. And I think Daniel Jones is also being faded very heavily. And yes, I know I have 4 quarterbacks, but it's good. All of them have very high upside, and I now have a safe floor at the quarterback position because I have 4 guys, 4 starting good players who can all, stagger their bye weeks potentially. So yeah, I love Bryce Young this year. They invested the most money this year in the offensive line out of all the teams. I think they invested $78.5 million to address that horrible offensive line. Absolutely terrible offensive line. So they've addressed that as well. They obviously brought in Leggett. Leggett's a good player, good value here in these drafts, but I also think Jonathan Mingo is going undrafted in these drafts as well. Jonathan Mingo goes undrafted. What's his face goes undrafted. Miles Sanders goes undrafted, and I think both of these guys have a lot of upside, especially now in June, in these basketball tournaments in particular. They both have 1A or backup potential. So I like both of these guys late. I might try to get both of them as well. Cannot emphasize that point enough. Have to take each year as a standalone product. Absolutely, right? It's like saying I want to pick. Okay, so if you are drafting based off of what they did last year, it's like saying, okay, I want a 2023 Lexus IS, and I want to pay 2024, 2025 price for it. It's just stupid. Football players, a lot like vehicles, depreciate, right? And then, how many kilometers are on the vehicle? Is the vehicle in a good situation / location? Is it going to require a lot of rust or acquire a lot of rust based off of where it is? Like, it really is stupid and foolish to say, okay, well, CeeDee Lamb was a wide receiver 1 last year, so I'm drafting CeeDee Lamb because he was a wide receiver 1 last year. Or to say like, oh, CMC, he's great every single year. I'm going to draft CMC as the running back 1, which you should, because if you look at all the running backs who were drafted in the top 5 preseason last year, the guys who were drafted, the top 5, and if you look at who finished in the top 5, it was CMC and CMC alone, right? The rest of them, like Eckler, we all know what happened to his season. Who else was it? It was Derrick Henry. He wasn't even a top 10 running back last year. Nick Chubb, his knee, absolutely gone. Who else? Tony Pollard, he was horrible. Jonathan Taylor, awful. Barkley, awful. Like, the running back position, the one constant there is CMC. And I know he's an outlier, but the wheels are going to have to fall off at some point. I feel like we're going to see with CMC this year what we saw with Travis Kelce last year, because everybody's like, holy shit, Travis Kelce, like, he can't stop, won't stop. I'm going to draft I'm going to draft him at the 105. I'm going to draft him at the 106. I'm gonna use my 104 to draft Travis Kelce because, like, even though he's aging and common sense says the decline is coming up, there's a lot of depreciation. It's coming up. Derrick Henry has been a beast. Absolutely. But if we're talking about draft capital and where they're being drafted and what they produce, you want somebody to produce where you draft them at, right? Because if they do anything less than that, then it's not worth the value. You want to get the most bang for your buck. Treat your draft picks as draft capital. If you guys want to enter the giveaway, hashtag disco to enter the giveaway. And yes, I just took a picture of my screen. Yes, the flash is still on. I really don't know how to turn off my flash. I just hit a new milestone for viewers. Miles Sanders taken by Bad Guys official. Justice Hill's also gone. Wow. Bunch of Sharks in here. I don't want Keaton Mitchell. I don't think he's going to be ready. And I autoed. Did I auto? I autoed. I autoed Evan Hull. Sick. Sick. Not sick. I hate that pick. Jerry Bagshaw. Hi, all. Hi, Jerry. And Alan M., I agree. Derrick Henry is going to fall off eventually. Right now, if you're looking at season-long props, Derrick Henry's prop is 10.5 rushing touchdowns, which I feel like he should smash, right? He should absolutely smash. Let's look at what our Disco Balls did with their drafts, and then we'll look at our draft, and then we'll announce the winner of the giveaway, okay? And yeah, I know Evan Hull's the backup to Jonathan Taylor. I drafted a lot of him last year and was not pleased. What's up, Jerry Bagshaw? How you doing, brother? All right, so Bad Guys Official really is a good guy, but he lived up to his moniker today because he sniped Kyler Murray when he didn't need to. He really didn't need to. It wasn't nice. Bad Guys, it wasn't nice. It hurt me. It hurt my feelings. But I pivoted, and I still had a good draft. Let's see how your draft went. Anthony Richardson, Kyler Murray, Deshaun Watson. I don't think you needed a third quarterback there. I really don't. But I understand. You go with a 3-6-9-2 build. Super cool. Breece Hall, Javonte Williams, Dameon Pierce, Donta Foreman, Audric Esteem, Miles Sanders. I like Breece. I like Javonte. Pierce, I think, should get some playing time, even though Mixon is due for a new contract. Did he sign a new contract with Houston? Or was he just traded there? I don't know if he signed a new contract there. But Mixon does have a lot of injury red flags. So Pierce, where he's going and where you got him, is pretty good. Donta Foreman, I understand why you got him because he is in Cleveland now, and I don't anticipate Nick Chubb's going to be ready. Esteem is one of those guys who I don't have investment in. I don't have any invest. I understand why you went there and why you got him. And Miles Sanders, worst case scenario, he's going to be in a 3 running back room. Best case scenario, he's still the RB1, and you got him at a great value. Wide receiver, you go Chris Olave, DK Metcalf, Amari Cooper, Ladd McConkey, Jerry Jeudy. Okay, so there's definitely some correlation there. Jerry Jeudy, Gabe Davis, Rashad Bateman, Marvin Mims, Malik Washington. Tight end, you go the 2 tight end build. You go Brock Bowers, Dalton Schultz. Good. It's a good draft. It's a good draft. Went for Cleveland stack. Yeah, I saw that, brother. He's like, he's old. I'm old. Mixon just signed for guaranteed money. Okay, good to know. What a waste. Mixon is slow. I wouldn't say he's slow. I think he's a good football player. But once again, he's very depreciated in value, whereas Pierce didn't really play too much football last year. So not much depreciation on those trends. Let's look at, so Irish Tandy did something really weird, and I respect what he did, right? I really respect what he did because he wants to get a different sort of value. He thinks Bijan Robinson has the potential to be a top 5 running back, even RB 1-2 this year. And I'm with you all the way. So he took Bijan Robinson at the 102 today, which is like, when it's all said and done, preseason ADP and actual true ADP after the season's concluded are 2 completely different things. So, you know, the fact that you told yourself this is how it's going to go, you're drafting, you know, you made a bet and you're drafting based on your bet. I like it. I super respect it. So Jordan Love, who I project is going to be the Super Bowl MVP this year. Yes, Jordan Love is going to be the Super Bowl MVP, the regular season MVP, and the Green Bay Packers are going to win the Super Bowl. And I hate the Packers. I hate the Packers so much. Justin Fields, I understand why you went there, especially with the double stack at quarterback. Doesn't matter who's playing quarterback there. You're going to get fantasy points based off of that. So Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, I respect it. I understand why you went there, and I like it. Bijan Robinson, Rachaad White. You got Rachaad White at a very nice value. Najee Harris, you also got at a great value. Austin Eckler needs to stop being disrespected. Honestly. 123rd, 122nd overall pick. Yes, all day I want Austin Eckler, even if he's an RB2 behind Brian Robinson. It's such a tremendous value, especially with a rookie quarterback who needs to check down. Nick Chubb, I understand why you did it. Pick 167, whereas ADP is 141. Totally get it. Week 10, if he comes back and he's playing like Nick Chubb, you're laughing. You got a great flex. Alexander Madison, cool. I get it. It could be him or Loeb. That's the backup to Zamir White in a team that's going to run the ball a lot. Cooper Kupp, I'm very high on, especially where he's going off the board. Even currently, we were getting him at pick 30, 31, 32, sometimes even later. Obviously, he's jumped up significantly going off the board as the 23rd overall player in this draft, and his ADP is now at 26. So gone are the days we get him at the end of the third round. Love Cooper Kupp, love the value, love where he's going off. Cooper Kupp year in and year out is a favorite to be the wide receiver one. So the fact that you can get him in the third round or second round all day, every day. Stephon Diggs, Keenan Allen, Jordan Addison, Dontavian Wicks. I was out on Dontavian Wicks, didn't really love him. And then my guy, what's his freaking name? I know him by his real name, but it's fantasy football. He was on my show this week. Derek, what's Derek? Sleazeball fantasy football. He gave me a very convincing argument on why Dontavian Wicks is a tremendous value. Roman Wilson, get it. See more Steelers correlation there. Luke McCaffrey, love the pick, love the player, love everything he presents this year. Jalen Tolbert, love him as a returner, even as a spike week freak. Jalen Hyatt, super fast, spike week potential. I don't think Daniel Jones is going to have a lot of time to throw the ball deep. Mark Andrews, understand why he went there. More Steelers correlation. Pat Frymouth, great draft. Very, very good draft. Willie 86 goes with a 2-6-10-2 build. Goes Lamar Jackson, Brock Purdy, Derrick Henry, Kenneth Walker, Alvin Kamara, Gus Edwards, Antonio Gibson, Justice Hill. I like your running back room a lot, especially the double stack with Derrick Henry and Justice Hill. I don't think Keaton Mitchell's coming back anytime soon. Wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb, Deebo Samuel, Joshua Palmer, Adam Thielen, Wandell, Demario Douglas. Great pick with Demario Douglas. Love Demario Douglas. Elijah Moore, Tyler Boyd, Greg Dortch, Josh Reynolds. Once again, it could be anybody. Like, I'm even getting exposure in the 20th round to Tim Patrick. Tight end, Dalton Kincaid, like the pick. David Njoku, also like the pick. People like, Deshaun Watson loves throwing to the wide receiver. Cooper all day. You don't look at what, my guy David Njoku did last year, especially the late end of last year, and just say, oh, we're not going to try to, channel that and take an opportunity off of that, right? So I love Njoku. Great draft, Billy. Really, really awesome draft. Al Paul, guys, we got drafters royalty here. This guy finished 14th in the big tournament last year. Congratulations, by the way. He says, personally drafting both Pitt quarterbacks is a negative EV. Pick one and hope you're correct. Giving up a starting position is rough. Finishing first in this big of a contest is hard enough. You heard it from one of the best, folks. You heard it from one of the best. No wide receivers. Who has no wide receivers? Great draft. Okay. Al Paul, since you're in here, we'll look at your draft too, buddy. This is what it looks like to draft a top 15 lineup, all right? This is what we're going into the mind of a top 15 drafter. He goes with a 2-7-8-3 build, very unique in terms of roster construction. Jaden Daniels, who I'm very high on. Justin Herbert, great value. Guys, the team that threw the ball the least last year averaged 30 pass attempts a year. Stop fading Justin Herbert. You shouldn't fade Justin Herbert. In today's NFL, they need to pass the ball to keep up. Yes, they're going to run the ball a hell of a lot, but they're still going to average anywhere between 29 to 33 pass attempts per game. Remember that. So love the two QBs. Travis Etienne, Ramondre Stevenson. You even got Justin Herbert 12 picks after past ADP, which is insane. Ramondre Stevenson, everybody had a good value here. Even Etienne. Brian Robinson, Ty Chandler. Ty Chandler has league-winning potential. Aaron Jones is another one of those running backs who's going to miss time, for sure. For sure, Aaron Jones is 100% going to miss time. With a rookie quarterback, they're going to need to run the ball a lot. Ty Chandler as a handcuff and an eventual guaranteed eventual starter. We don't know how long, but eventual starter. Ty Chandler, great pick. Love the value. He's a league winner. Kamani Vidal, I understand why you picked him, especially with, a little bit more LA Chargers correlation. I totally get it, totally respect it. Like the pick, understand the pick. I just fear and you got him at a spectacular value. You got him at a great value. His ADP is 157. You got him at 173. Great value. I just think he's going to be Isaiah Spiller 2.0. I was just so burnt by Isaiah Spiller in the past. Braylon Allen, love the player. Love the player. I love Braylon Allen. Obviously, I'm very high on Breece Hall, but should anything happen to Breece Hall, that's the best handcuff in fantasy football right there, ladies and gentlemen. Dylan Loeb, great return value as a kick returner. And kick returners this year, kick returners are going to make a difference in these tournaments. In these formats, kick returners are going to make a significant difference. Jamar Chase, who is my favorite player in fantasy football this year. Jamar Chase, no matter what. Brandon Ayuk, love the pick. Malik Neighbors, love the player, hate the team. Terry McLaurin, I think he's going to have a good season this year. Roma Dunze, I understand the pick. A little bit high for me, a little bit rich for my taste. Josh Downs, Quentin Johnston, Devontae Walker, George Kittle, Jawan Johnson, Chigozimu Konku. Very good draft. Very good draft. Let's look at Commissioner Rhinos, then we'll look at mine, and then we'll announce the winner. This wide receiver room looks really nice. Okay. Whose team are we talking about? Loaded wide receiver room? Are we talking about Willie's or Over the Rhine? I like Over the Rhine's team a lot. Okay. Commissioner Ron goes 3-6-8-3. Like it. With Ron, I really want to make when I give my advice to Ron, I want to make sure that he doesn't go past ADP and reaches past ADP for stacks. So far, quarterbacks, all great values. Caleb Williams, Will Levi, Bo Nix. I like it. Running backs, I think Will Levi is going to have a spectacular year. Jonathan Taylor, Isaiah Pacheco, Aaron Jones, Trey Benson, Marshawn Lloyd, Tyrone Tracy. Isaiah Pacheco, I love. Jonathan Taylor, obviously I love. Aaron Jones, I'm not there. Trey Benson, I like his upside too. Marshawn Lloyd, I like it. Wide receiver, Justin Jefferson, DJ Moore, Deontay Johnson, Curtis Samuel. Love Curtis Samuel this year. Love Deontay Johnson this year. Adonai Mitchell, Michael Wilson, Jalen McMillan, DJ Chark, Trey McBride, Cole Kmet, Jatavian Sanders. Great draft. Great draft. You didn't reach anywhere. Scary Terry with JD5 will be fun. Yep, I agree. Even Jahan Dotson, Luke McCaffrey, Ben Sinnott. The one with Chase, okay, yeah, Over the Rhine. That's Al Paul. He finished 14th. There's a reason why he's one of the best, right? Levi, yes, sir. All right, let's look at my draft. Hopefully you guys give me compliments. So we go with a 4-5-8-3 because we got sniped early on a quarterback stack situation. And we never reach on anybody to get stacks. We wanted to come at a value. So that's what we did. So we went with 4 quarterbacks. We went 4 quarterbacks, 5 running backs, 8 wide receivers, 3 tight ends. Quarterback, we go Tua Tagovailoa, Kirk Cousins, Bryce Young, Daniel Jones. I like the quarterback room. I really do. Running backs, we go Josh Jacobs, James Cook, Tony Pollard. I think Tony Pollard is going to shock a lot of people this year. Must draft Tony Pollard, especially where he's going off the board. It's a treat every time I see him there. Isaac Guerendo, the biggest and fastest running back in this year's draft. As we said, Christian McCaffrey's aging. God forbid anything happens to him. Isaac Guerendo is a spectacular handcuff and a good late round pick. Evan Hull, I got auto pick there. I got auto picked because every late running back I wanted was gone. Wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Pittman, George Pickens, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Cortland Sutton, Jacoby Myers, Javon Baker. I really like our wide receiver draft. Tight end, Dallas Goedert, Luke Musgrave, Ben Sinnott. Once again, guys, like some of these names are not going to be the favorites. But if we're talking about you need 3 wide receivers to ball and have really good games on a week-to-week basis, this is a good lineup. If I need 4, I'd still like this lineup a lot. I think out of my 5 running backs, I have 2 good performers on a week-to-week basis. I like this lineup a lot. Good wide receivers. This is a loaded wide receiver room. Love JSN this year. I love JSN. I mean, even last year, JSN had 97 targets. 97 targets. So, yes, it's a crowded receiving room, but 97 targets based off of where he's going, and we know his upside and what he's capable of. Love JSN as well. Weak RBs. I like James Cook, and I like Tony Pollard a lot. Josh Jacobs, I mean, I think he's going to disappoint, but should he impress, we're in a good position. I have 3 really good running backs. A lot needs to happen for Garendo and Hall to be useful this year, but we've seen like football happens. We've seen fantasy football playoffs and championships be decided in these best ball tournaments. We've seen them get decided by, a guy literally having a heart attack on the football field and not playing an entire football season. Shit happens. Shit happens all the time. What a fun show. What an absolutely fun show. Right, babe, you sent me the winner. I'm taking another photo because this number just keeps going up, and I'm happy about this. Okay. Josh with a broken wrist to start the year too. Exactly. Josh is another old back. I wouldn't call him old. He definitely has a lot of depreciation, that's for sure. All right. Let's look at the winner. Okay. All right. The winner of tonight's giveaway is I'm sorry. I had to. Oh God. All right. The winner of tonight's giveaway is Oh God, so fun. Am I ever going to announce it? I mean, you guys just sniped the hell out of me. All right, for real. I'll announce it right now. I'm just trying to find where he chatted. All right. The winner of tonight's giveaway, congratulations on winning a ticket to this year's $2.5 million tournament here on Drafters Fantasy Sports. Thank you for becoming a subscriber. Thank you for supporting the YouTube channel. Thank you for being very active in the channel and the chat. And congratulations to Alan M. If you have Twitter or X, feel free to shoot me a DM after you add me in order to contact me so we can proceed with how you can redeem your ticket. Congratulations on winning the ticket. Congratulations on man. I had a lot of fun today. This is fun. Bad Guys Official says, awesome show, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I had to be on my A game. Anytime I see you in a lobby, and I get to see you in a lot of minis, like off stream. Hashtag ABD, always be drafting. Good luck all, says Jerry Bagshaw. Thanks, Jerry. Thank you. You got to draft with us, brother. We need you to draft with us. Good stuff. Thank you. You're very welcome. Thank you for popping by. Jerry Bagshaw says congrats. Andrew N says congrats, Alan. Willie says congrats. Mossy says congrats. God, we have such a nice community. We have such a wonderful community. So I'm going to play you guys the intro video to outro, and then I'll say bye, and then we'll call it a day. But I just want everybody to leave with that good disco vibe, that good disco feeling, because at first we were afraid. Shoot, we were even petrified. Disco. I love that movie so much. I really do love that movie so much. Andrew says Brian Murphy would have been a solid tight end prospect if he didn't go to Gallaudet University. True. Theo Johnson needs to be drafted in these guys. You guys need to draft Theo Johnson like ASAP because he's still going undrafted. Did anybody draft Theo Johnson here? Theo Johnson went undrafted once again. We are like less than 4 or 5 days from Darren Waller announcing his retirement. Why are we not drafting Theo Johnson right now? This is the best opportunity you're going to have at drafting Theo Johnson because the moment Darren Waller announces retirement, we have clarity in that tight end room. So people are going to start drafting Theo Johnson around 14, 15, even 13. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, guys. Thank you so much. Jerry, oh, I will survive. Man, every time I'm like behind the camera going like this, like behind the scene, like, hey, it's so good. It's so good. It's such a good show. It's such a good movie, such a good song, such good vibes. I will survive. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good, man. It's so good. The Replacements is one of like it's got to be up there in my all-time football list. It's got to be up there in like my all-time football movie list. Everybody's like, "Oh, Remember the Titans." Remember the Titans was great, but it was also fucking depressing. It showed us how terrible humanity can be. It really did. Yeah, like Remember the Titans. It's up there. The Program. If The Program is not top 5 in all-time favorite football movies for your list, one, you must be really young, or you just don't appreciate, the OG football movie. Every football movie that's ever existed has taken bits and pieces from The Program. The Program is the original football movie. It really is. Gridiron Gang, the new one with Adam Sandler, spectacular. Adam Sandler can't miss. I love Adam Sandler. Such a good one. Such a good one. Another really, really good one. We said Remember the Titans. We Are Marshall, depressing. We Are Marshall, super depressing, but great movie. Matthew McConaughey is another guy who I think is spectacular. Interstellar is like one of my favorite movies of all time. Matthew McConaughey. I feel like I'm selling a Lincoln Navigator. You like the Lincolns. Any Given Sunday, for sure. Any Given Sunday is great. Any Given Sunday is the NFL version of The Program. It really is. It's the same movie. It's just the NFL version of The Program and more modern. Yeah, man. Just a gang banger with speed. It's another good one. Gridiron Gang was all right. It was all right. It was okay. It was so. Can't say I've seen it. North Dallas 40. Can't say I've seen it. Have not seen that one. Is it old? Is it new? Anyways, folks, I don't want to leave. I really don't want to leave. Should I leave? No. Should we queue up in another Drafters Million Best Ball tournament? Nah, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I will tell you what, though. I will draft off stream in a $2 mini. Right now, I'm queued up, 0 out of 12. I will draft off stream in a $2 mini. If you're not signed up, use promo code DISCO. Use promo code DISCO. If you're not signed up here on Drafters Fantasy Sports, Alan M, shoot me a DM on Twitter or wherever so we can proceed with getting you your ticket. And thanks, guys. We hit an all-time viewership today. We got to 75. We got to 75 viewers today. Insane. I say this before and I'll say it again. It takes a village, and I love my fucking village. I really do. You guys have a spectacular weekend. Next Friday, we got the person who finished number 2 in this tournament hopping on stream with us. Next Friday, Up Dog. What's up, dog? He's going to be here. We're going to pick his brain. We're going to see, we're definitely going to ask him what he did with some of the money. He's probably going to say something corny like, I invested that money back into these best ball tournaments. Of course, duh, because you're like one of the best drafters out there on the planet, easily. Thanks, guys. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Be safe out there. Make sure I don't want to leave. I really don't want to leave. So I'm just going to try to leave you guys with something positive. Make sure you guys just don't take anything for granted. Really count your blessings. Because a lot of people are dealing with, loss. A lot of people are dealing with loss, and because they're dealing with loss, it's tough to think back on the memories they had when the people were there and they wish they never took it for granted. So don't take people for granted. Tell somebody you love them. God bless you guys. Count your blessings, all right? Peace.